I am Masala, and I game. Today we're playing.
Alright, this is my way of trying to keep a diary. Minnesota, kind of went through it. I'm not going to say it wasn't a great state or anything. It was pretty cool. 10,000 lakes, really, people? I've seen more lakes in North Dakota than I saw on 94 only. Okay, so I didn't go very far off 94, except for Brophy's, the track I went to, which, by the way, was fun, but a little over my level. I like nice flat level, preferably paved would be awesome. Anywho, North Dakota. Now there's an interesting story. So I get on North Dakota, and my windshield has some splatter marks. Not too bad. Dude, I am on my way to Bismarck right now. It is 5:53 in the morning. It's and my windshield looks like World War II. Literally, just splatter after splatter after splatter. Obviously, the windshield doesn't do anything for that. So, yeah, it's just ridiculously crazy. It's interesting that there's low points on 94 here, and it looks like the rivers and I don't even know if they're rivers, lakes maybe, small lakes, they're like right up to the road. Keep in mind, from my perspective, it looks like, inches from the road. It's probably more like feet, but you get the point. It looks very close. So, but the other part of this is when I hit Fargo, North Dakota, and I went to Planet Fitness at Fargo, it was 94 degrees out. 94, and it was hot. Went in, worked out, got out, went to the rest area, cooked my rice. Rice sucked. Heated water in a microwavable rice really sucks. It's no good. I didn't like it at all. I think I might save the oatmeal for dinner, and maybe have tuna in the morning, maybe. Tuna, I'm not a huge fan. I like tuna, but not like that. Anywho, so I try to go to sleep at about 8:30ish, and it's 94 degrees out. At the windows cracked. I had to keep turning on the car throughout the night. Finally, I booked myself a hotel in Gillette. I should be in Gillette tonight, just Tuesday night, day 2. Which hope. Oh, there's some cranes. That's cool. Anyway, I need to get decent sleep. So I'm on my way to Bismarck. Bismarck's where I'm riding the bike, and then from there I go to the Badlands, ride bike number 2, and from there I go to Mount Rushmore to hopefully take some good pictures, and then I'm off to Gillette, hopefully into a nice room, spend a little time, relax a bit, enjoy life, and then get a good night's sleep. I may turn this into a hotel every other night instead of sleeping in the car every night. I don't know if I can do that. I'm too damn old. And just for reference, I'm 57 years old for those that don't know me. And at 57, being cramped in this little tiny Maverick, it's a chore. It really is. Now, as I drive through North Dakota, and being at 5:57 in the morning, all I can think of is keep your eyes out, because the deer. Now I haven't seen a lot of carcasses on the road. I saw more in Minnesota and Wisconsin than I have here. But with that being said, I'm not gonna lie to you. They're out here, and it's funny. I'm looking around in North Dakota here, and it is flat. There's rolling hills, very small rolling hills. There are rolling hills, but the wind here is consistent. A very strong wind, and it is constantly blowing. Now, the people in North Dakota that hear this are probably like, yo, whatever. Listen, I'm just going through one time, so I'm making note for my personal reference, and for whoever wants to listen. So yeah, that's pretty much the take in North Dakota. I'll probably sign back on when I hit South Dakota and do a little more then. But yeah, it's a great trip so far. I haven't ridden a bike nearly as much as I wanted to. I think I have a grand total of maybe 3 miles riding. I'm going to get more mileage in today at Bismarck and at the Badlands than I did all yesterday times 3. But I loved yesterday, don't get me wrong. I had time to spend with my daughter, who I absolutely adore, like all my daughters, and it was good to see her, and we had some good talk and a little bit of food, and we rode the bike a little bit, and it's good times. So I would never take that away from that. And then Brophy was way over my head. A moderate for a novice is no way to go in the mountain biking world. And I saw the expert level, rocks and jumps and stuff. No, that is not me. I am too old for that crap. I went up a hill at Brophy, and I might have it on camera. I hope I do. And I stopped because I realized I was on the wrong route. I stopped. I went to turn. Now, keep in mind, I'm about as agile as a 13-year-old puffy cat, right? So I go to turn, and the bike starts to go. I go. We all go tumbling down the hill. It was freaking hilarious. But anyway, that's that. So that's the update for North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Today on the agenda, I got, like I said, South Dakota and Wyoming. I go into Wyoming. I don't ride in Wyoming. I go into Wyoming. Tomorrow I ride Wyoming, Montana. And I don't think, I might even ride Idaho. But that's kind of north. I think I stop in Spokane and then go back to Idaho. I don't know. I'll have to look. But anyway, so that's it. I'm going to sign off for now, and then I will come back maybe on the way once I get into South Dakota or wherever. By the way, 2 fill-ups so far. I found out this is like a 13.5-gallon tank because it's a hybrid. So 2 fill-ups makes sense. I filled up in Menominee, Wisconsin, and I filled up in Minnesota. Actually 3 fill-ups because I filled up in North Dakota as well. Yeah, and I'm going to fill up probably after I do this bike ride. So there you have it. Update number 1. Thanks for listening. And later. So I arrived in Pioneer Park. Pretty nice little place. I'm going to take some pictures of some stuff, but for the most part, I'm going to get out and ride the bike. One car here. It looks like they have a flat, so that's been there for a while. Got some nice volleyball courts, playground. Pretty decent little place. So, alright, that was it for that. I'll take some snapshots. Pioneer Park, good spot. I liked it. It was flat. I mean, fairly flat. It had a little bit of hills to it, but nothing that average Joe Schmo at 57 years old can't handle. Trust me. So between so far the 3 that I've done, the first one at Minnemann Lake, we didn't really know what the route was, which was horrible. Brophy Park was a little rough for me, a little more above my skill level. And I'll tell you, Pioneer Park, that was a good trip. That was asphalt or blacktop, if you will, and had some nice little sceneries to do. They're doing some construction on the bridge, so they shut down the sidewalk. Normally it's a 4.6 mile, and well, I got 4 mile, but I did it twice, so I get 2 miles each. Total round trip was 2 miles, so 4 miles. Overall, not bad. A little tight in the legs because it's probably about the most I've done so far. So it was a little bit on the tight side in the legs, but otherwise doing great. So that's it for now. Talk to you later. Alright, I am in South Dakota. I'm about 2 hours and 41 minutes away from the Badlands, approximately 164 miles. and I have 251 miles worth of gas, which is interesting because ever since I've got on the South 63, I haven't seen a gas station at all. Well, I take that back. I saw one, but it looked more like a farming stop than a gas station. Take that for what it's worth. Pretty cool. I love the rolling hills in South Dakota. Very interesting. Some of these give off some very interesting looks. Like I've seen a couple of them that look like grass pyramids, which are pretty cool. And then, as I'm driving through here, and then North Dakota on the south end of North Dakota as well, I think to myself, when the pioneers were running through going west, now I'm not positive what state they were in, if they were in South Dakota, North Dakota, if they went across Colorado, I'm not sure. The road I'm on right now, South 63, is a Lewis and Clark trail. So, but still, not positive. Anywho, as I was going through North and South Dakota, I was looking around and I'm thinking, okay, so if they lay on the low side of the hills, it'd be much easier to get through and they wouldn't have a lot of problems. But if they go on the high side, they'd be able to see for miles in a lot of different directions. It would mean having to work harder to get up there, but it's just an interesting thought I had. And I'm not even sure they went through the North-South Dakotas. Honestly, I think they probably went more through Colorado, but I don't know that for sure. So, yeah, that's about it for now. Like I said, I got about 162 miles to go. Just cruising along. Later.
Damn it.
am now entering Montana. What to say about South Dakota? Well, North Dakota was fabulous. I had a great time in North Dakota. Flat. Bike riding was good. Nice to get on a bike and just ride. Not have to worry about rocks and dirt and crap. South Dakota, on the other hand, whole different story. So it was a good trip. Good 4 hours and some odd minutes down to South Dakota. On my way to the Badlands. Had to fuel up at I think it was Comanche gas station, which was pretty cool. And the whole, obviously the city was Comanche. Or maybe Cheyenne. Whichever. Forgive me, but I don't remember. Got down to, on my way to the Badlands, got to the Badlands and realized that it was $95 to get in that. $95 to go to the Badlands. Are you crazy? I want to ride a bike for about an hour and get the hell out. That's it. Well, and see Mount Rushmore. But other than that, no. $95? No. So then I went over to a different place, supposedly easy. It's 3.9 miles, so supposed easy. All right, I'll try it. I got there, it was dirt, it was rocks, and I'm like, my luck with dirt and rocks are pretty bad. Yep, fell once. Decided I was going to take a shortcut, which ended up being a really long cut. Finally got my ass back to the truck, and now I have to go to Walmart and buy stuff to fix the bike with. The handlebars are loose. The wheel is off to one side. Just a bunch of stuff. Seats got to be fixed. It's just a bunch of crap. So there's that. Not fond of that. Wasn't fond of that trail. Not to say that all trails there are bad. Just that trail was not one of my favorites. I'm now on my way to Gillette. I did get a hotel room for the night. I need it. I need to sleep. Yeah, other than that, that's about it really. I plan on going, like I said, to Walmart and Gillette, picking up bicycle toolkit. That'll be about it. I still got all the water and everything, so everything else is good to go. Like I said, I'll be riding in Gillette and Wyoming tomorrow, Montana tomorrow. I think I ride in Idaho tomorrow, and then call it a day in Spokane, Washington, I think. I have to double check my notes, but I believe that is day 3. So I should be in Washington by day 3 end. So we'll see. Also, the hotel situation, really why that came about was, it was, and I think I said this before, it was 94 degrees until midnight in North Dakota. I could not sleep to save my damn life. I'm telling you, it was so hot. So, tonight I'm going to enjoy a bed and a shower and a decent hotel. And I'm also going to look online to see if there are trails that are for biking. I'm not going to put mountain biking in because I don't want the mountain bike trails. I just want regular biking trails, preferably paved, that you go on for length or time, whatever. Those are what I want. I don't want these mountain biking trails. They're too dangerous. I've fallen twice now, once in Minnesota and once in South Dakota, and both times were, dirt, gravel, rocks, and both times I got myself cut up pretty good. So, yeah, I'm done with the gravel. I'm gonna go with just regular road. Get there, put the bike together, go for a nice little ride, and take it apart and put it back in the truck, and drive on to the next stop. That's my plan. So, until later, have a great night. Bye now.
Thanks for coming by. Have a good day and bye now.